Hi there, welcome back to the next video, and in this video we will look at Qlik's Npv Financial Function, which is a net present value function, and as you can see it over here, it returns aggregated net present value of an investment based on a discount rate per period and series of future payments and incomes. Yes, I understand a lot of things, but if you're from finance, it is just a matter of 1 second that you have understood this by just looking at the NPV. But for anyone new, yeah, it's little difficult. So NPV takes two parameters, the discount rate and value in Qlik, and we will see both in the back end and in the front end how to calculate the NPV for the series of investments. All right, so let's go to data, and data is very simple. As you can see, it's a cash flow data for 2013, which is a year, and then you have the date, discount and payments, like for these different dates. What is the discount? 0.1 and 0.2, which is nothing but 10% and 20%. And the payments is basically these values like negative 10,000 or 3,000 or 4,200 and 6,800. Now, what we can do is we can calculate the NPV as a separate one for the year. So year is nothing but 2013. So let's create the NPV value for 2013. NPV table, since I have just had the column colon over there. So load year. Year is nothing but this column name from this table. I will show you in a minute how to reference that. Then we can have the NPV. I want to calculate the NPV by 0.2%. It can be anything based on how the discount is in your real life scenario. But for now, we will say payments along with the discount. So these are our investment values, and we will call it as NPV 2013 because this is for 2013. All right, and we need to reference this using the resident keyword, resident cash flow table, and we need to group by year since it is part of the dimension. So let's hit save and load the data. Click close. Come to analysis, create a table to see the value at the dimension, which is the year, and at the column, which is again the dimension, because we have already calculated it, the NPV 2013 dimension value, which is negative 540.12. Now this calculation you can do it in the front end by clicking on measure. From the add column, go into the expression editor and simply say NPV, same definition, 0.2, comma, payments, PAY, complete that, close the parenthesis, click apply, and just expand this little bit. Yeah, so same thing. The only difference is that if it is part of backend, it is a dimension, but when it is part of the front end, it is a measure that can be displayed in a table. And since it is front end calculation, which is the new NPV calculation, it is showing you the total because it's a measure, and it will calculate every time you will make a selection. So be very cautious. If this is something which is static in nature, then do it in the back end. If it is dynamic and need changes based on a couple of other factors like the different discount rate or different payment values that you want to supply dynamically, then do it in the front end as per your needs. But that's about how you can calculate the NPV in the back end and in the front end. And before I move ahead, I will show you one other thing that what you can do is, right now we have statistically, or not statistically, but in a static way, we have specified 0.2, but what we can take is this field as well. So we can say even discount. Now this will create two rows for us. This is 0.1, this is 0.2. So we have saved this. Let's load it. Oh, it has given us an error. So can you guess what is the error? over here? Well, if you have not already figured it out, it's basically because of the another dimension that we have used in the table, which is the discount. So we need to close this and we need to say here comma discount. Now let's hit on save and load the data. Now it has run successfully. Click close, come on analysis, and over here as you can see we have two different values. So what we need to bring to see it in perspective is the discount. So add column, dimension and discount, and I can put discount over here just beside to year. And now if you see, the front end calculation is little different than the back end, but for point 2, point 1 and point 2. So what we need to do is let's remove this to see it in a proper perspective. But so this is the dimension that we have in the front end and in the back end, the discount rate point 1, point 2. But this is looks like giving some issues like point 1 and point 2 and then point 1, point 2. Maybe what I can do is just remove this particular one and try to create a fresh one altogether by taking a dimension which is here, adding one more dimension which is discount point 1 and point 2, adding one more dimension which is Npv 2013. Okay, so for each of the dimension value, the point 1 and point 2, it is giving me the value which I was not expecting. So one thing which probably I can do to correct it is add the discount as a separate field over here. Now we have year, discount, grouping by year and discount, and let's load it. Click close, analysis. Alright, so now it's perfect. Okay, so that's what I was expecting and that's what I've got. So you can see sometimes whenever you are not getting the results correctly, you can just a little bit brainstorm, and I just thought since it is mostly discount, I have not put it as part of the dimension but as part of the discount value. That's why it was giving me the duplicate one. But that's about it, how you can either provide a static value or a dynamic value and get the output.